AZ.
You are about to embark on a journey. It will be an experience unlike anything you've seen before. On this journey, you will meet many people. Some will advise you, some will inform you, and some will entertain you. Every journey begins with a single step, and the time for that first step is now. Welcome to the all-new AZ Radio Network.
Across the floor on my hands and knees until I reached your door and you bent down to me. I would climb my way into your safe and loving life. Pushing back my hair behind my ear, your lips on my neck so close that I can hear your breath so fast and low, sinking through my skin.
AZ Radio Network. The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Hazy Radio Network, its affiliates, or sponsors. All shows are independently owned and broadcast for entertainment purposes only.
Voted as one of the top psychics in the world, please welcome to the stage clairvoyant, astrologer, and past life reader, the rock and roll psychic, Andrew Brewer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rock and Roll Psychic Radio. I hope everybody's having a happy day, staying warm. I'm in Ohio. Sadly, winter has returned. You know, I love winter. It's one of those things, it's an abstract concept that you talk about when it's spring, but when it's actually winter and it's really winter-like, what can I say? So I hope everybody had a happy day. It's a holiday. Usually holidays for me mean 50% off at Valley Thrift. Couldn't go to Valley Thrift because of snow. So, but
are you going through withdrawal?
Pardon me?
Are you going through withdrawal that you couldn't get to Valley Thrift?
Well, I think the main withdrawal was I couldn't walk out the door. But other than that, I was okay. I probably have too much stuff now, but that just shows you,
Welcome to Minnesota, right?
Anyway, tonight, I could be down. I could go, it's snowy and snowed in. But no. What's the perfect antidote for being snowed in and you can't take advantage of a 50% off sale at a store where things are 29 cents? Beautiful women who are intuitive and creative. There's always got to be something that works to kind of balance all things. So this evening, I love people who bring together creativity and being a psychic. Because they're kind of my tribe. I like them. That are, when you throw in the fact that these are young women who are beautiful, professional models, professional actresses, psychic as hell, it seems kind of like they're being greedy and they have a lot of talent, but that's okay. We're going to let that go. So tonight we have not one, and two, and this is one of those times when really we need to have like a TV thing, but we're going to just do the radio. The second hour, our guest is Megan Lane. And Megan has been on with me before. Megan's a lot of fun. I'm going to talk a little bit about Megan an hour from now. But the first hour, our guest is Laura.Powers. Now, Laura is a ghost whisperer. Laura is a psychic. She's an amazing model. And as a boy, I can appreciate that she's an amazing model. She's an actress. She does all sorts of things. She's got a lot coming up. And again, the thing with Laura and Megan both, and I know that Laura's thinking, my God, he's strange. I knew he was odd, but not quite this eccentric. But the thing about Laura and Megan both is that to bridge this unique universe of psychic world and intuition and really be able to get in touch with that, and also to get in touch with the creative side, to me, they're intimately blended. But for a lot of people, they don't go there. But I think that's one of the beauties that I see with Laura and with Megan. So, and I know poor Laura's like, oh my God, he's so strange. But I guess it's too late to back out now. So, with that being said, our guest, before I get to our guest, I would be remiss if I didn't first introduce the lovely and vivacious Zita Ost.
Hello, Andrew.
Are you staying warm?
It's the high was about 20 today, so that's kind of really warm up here in the winter. I have no complaints.
The high here was 10. Yeah. How's that so sad?
I know. I have no complaints. I just know that spring is on the way, and we have little to zero snow on the ground. Haven't had any snow all winter, so we've actually been pretty lucky up here. You guys are getting the winter that we normally have. Anybody on the East Coast, that's our normal winter.
Well,
no
I'm happy to mail it back to you. So, and I know poor Laura.
In a Valley Thrift bag, thank you.
Valley Thrift is lost out in the $18 I ever spent there or whatever. So, and that's like 12 bags worth of stuff. Again, our guest, I don't know, I'm going to kind of a strange mood this evening. Our guest is, I think it's because I'm snowed in. I'm like, whatever. Again, intuitive, beautiful, magical is just kind of like really, I think, the way to describe her. And also incredibly tolerant that someone would introduce her in this way and that she would have to come on and actually talk to us. So all that being said, Laura Powers. Laura, darling, how are you? I'm so sorry that this is like the strangest intro you've ever heard in your life.
Oh, no. I'm great, and thank you. I'm very thankful for your wonderful introduction. And you know what, Andrew? If you're crazy, then I like crazy. So don't even worry about that.
I mean, thank you. And you know, it's interesting though when you look at people that have this thing with the psychic world has its own dynamic. I mean, you know that. I mean, it has
absolutely.
Sometimes people don't like it if you do more than one thing, right? It confuses them. So when you take someone who is super psychic, but yet is also beautiful and doing all these other things, sometimes people aren't totally down with that. And what is that like for you to kind of have, you know, both feet in two sometimes contradictory universes? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, well, I think it's a lot of times it can be kind of a juggling act. And the way I handle people who don't like that is, you know, there's usually a jealous component in there. And I really try to keep people in my life that have positive energy and are supportive. So Megan is a wonderful example of that. Like, she and I have gotten to be really good friends as I've moved here, and I really value our friendship. And one thing I love about being friends with Megan and people like her is where we can just love and support each other, and it doesn't have to be a competition. So unfortunately, there are some people who, you know, it's like if you win, they lose, or in their head.
Yeah.
And so I try to just, you know, not see those kinds of relationships. And if people feel that way, then I just, you know, say bless you and go on your way. But don't need to have that in my life.
No, I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, there's a lesson in that for all of us. And you know, I'm curious about your evolution in trying to blend these, because I had a similar thing many years ago, you know, that I was, you know, I was sort of a model, but in a different sort of way. And, you know, not in the way that you and Megan are. And I was an actor, sort of, and I was the psychic prodigy, and I went through a lot of weird things. And that's not always so easy when you get this feedback for one aspect of your life to really introduce this intuition into it. I know for me it confused a lot of people. They didn't quite understand where I was coming from. What was that like for you? You know, being young and having this hit you like this. That's not always so easy.
No, you know, it was definitely a tough journey, and the story of how everyone gets into this work is different for every person. For me, ever since I was little, I saw and sensed ghosts, and it was pretty dark, and demons and dark other things too. And one of the struggles I had was, of course, I was dealing with all this, but because I could tell other people couldn't see or sense this, I thought that maybe I was crazy. So I had a lot of deep internal struggles. I remember asking my mother when I was about 7 years old if she saw stuff. And I knew based on how she answered the question that she had no idea what I was talking about. And so that confirmed for me that, wow, I'm probably crazy here. And it was not until, you know, being fully adult, you know, after college that I was able to get confirmation that, no, this just wasn't something in my head. So it was quite a journey that I went on. Even then, even once that happened, a family friend described a ghost that I had seen but not told anybody about. Even then, I was even more scared in some ways because I didn't have any tools to manage it. So I shut down for many years, and it was not until I started taking classes and opening back up that I felt safe in doing that.
And how old were you when that happened?
So I was just after college when this family friend was storing some things in my parents' garage, and he came out. He's a big guy, and he was like white-faced and shaken. And I asked him what was wrong, and he described this male ghost that had come up to him and been very aggressive. And it was this particular ghost that I had seen many times, and in fact, one that had even tried to get in my body. So he was very, very aggressive. And so I got acknowledgement. I told my family for the first time that this had been happening. And everyone was really shocked, but at the same time, not, you know, so surprised when they analyzed it, because there are a lot of things that just made sense. Like growing up, I had what I would describe as night terrors. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and, like, you know, see things in the room. And had hoped that it was dreams. Now I understand that I was seeing and sensing things that were there.